Thank you for all coming out to help us celebrate our brand new Metro store in Niagara Falls, Ontario. I would like to invite the mayor up to say a few words.
Thank you very much. I would like to also at least acknowledge we do our member of Provincial Parliament, Wayne Gates, here too. So Wayne, thank you for being here. So this is pretty exciting. It was 2 years ago. Where's Serge Felicetti? Where's Serge? There's Serge Felicetti. Come forward a little bit, Serge, so we can see you. Serge is the head of economic development and tourism for the city of Niagara Falls. And Serge and I met with Joe Fusco and a number of other senior people from Metro 2 years ago when we were showing the vision of where Niagara Falls is going and how it's growing and why this is the exact right place to locate a grocery store in the southwest corner of the city of Niagara Falls. I can't believe it's been 2 years, but Serge, this is the guy that leads the city economically. Please, big hand for Serge Felicetti. And the other guy that I have to acknowledge is Gary Goyo and company. He's here with his boys and his team. Gary, big. Gary Goyo is the gentleman who owns this plaza, who a long time ago, probably 20 years ago, bought this site when it was not much. And he's been developing it bit by bit. He had faith in Niagara Falls. He had faith in our vision of where the city was going and how we were going to grow. And he invested, and here we are today, all these years later, successfully. So Gary, thank you for being here. So I've got a real personal connection to this because my father was a senior vice president of A&P in Dominion. And he was involved in the store and the grocery business for most of his life. As a matter of fact, he used to call it A&P. He used to call it, you remember A&P? I remember A&P, grocery stores, Atlantic and Pacific. He used to call it aches and pains. That's what my dad used to call it. And myself, I was in the bakery distribution business. I sold that before I became mayor, and I distributed to every major retailer in Southern Ontario. So I spent a lot of time in all the stores, so I got to know a lot of the DMs and a lot of the managers and a lot of the supervisors, and it was great because you come to really appreciate a full-service store, and this growth of the city of Niagara Falls and this end has been unparalleled. You know, we had the only Lowe's in Niagara was right next door. We had the only Costco in Niagara, which is right across the street. This area is exploding. We've got several urban boundary expansions, and Niagara Falls is going to keep forging forward. You get the benefit of the cross-border shopping to add to the growth that's happening here in Niagara Falls. So I just want to say on behalf of the city of Niagara Falls, we're grateful that Metro has had the faith to come with a full-service store. And if you get a chance, check out the mural on that far wall, the western wall. It's a picture of a man with his brain is just showing the falls exploding out of it. And I can tell you, I've traveled all over the world, and you cannot go to a place that they don't know Niagara Falls. The brand is huge. We call it the Coca-Cola of municipalities. And when you put two big brands together, like Metro and Niagara Falls, great things are going to happen. So on behalf of the city, I'd like to present to you this certificate for the grand opening. Who am I presenting the certificate to?
Come on, Tony.
Tony Vinequa. Okay, so Tony, on behalf of the city of Niagara Falls, this is a reminder of our commitment and to match you with your commitment to the city of Niagara Falls. We want to say thank you, all the employees. We believe in all of you. We know this is going to be a great symbiotic relationship in Niagara Falls and that you're going to be successful many years to come. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mayor. I would like to please invite, where is he? There you are, Tony Baldinelli to the podium.
Good morning, everyone. What an absolute pleasure it is for me to be here as the federal representative saying welcome and congratulations on your opening. What is it, Tony? We were talking 44,000 square feet, 130 brand new jobs, employees here working for Metro. And as the mayor said, there he is right there. This area is burgeoning. South Niagara is going to continue to grow. So again, to our economic development team, thank you, Serge, for all that you do. To Gary, for the work that you've done on this plaza. Just on a personal note, my wife will work next door at the Niagara Regional Health as a public health nurse. So I can basically say to my wife, hey, just pop by. Metro's there. And you know what? Metro is my grocery store when I'm up in Ottawa. And I'll tell you this one little story. The one passion that I have and the one vice that I have is sliced coconut. And I can't find it anywhere but in a Metro grocery store. And I've already eyeballed it right back here in the cut fruit. So I'll be leaving today with some of that cut coconut. So everyone, congratulations again. It's an absolute pleasure to be here, and I wish you nothing but the best. Congratulations. Oh, and Tony, I want to present you with a certificate as well. Thank you. Thank you.
And before we go to the ribbon cutting, I could not forget if Wayne Gates can please come up to the front and say a few words. Thank you, Wayne, for being here.
I want to start with Project Share. I've had a long relationship with Project Share, and I want to say to you guys, thank you very much for the donation of $10,000. When she talked about 1 in 8 people suffering with the affordability in the province of Ontario, which she didn't mention that 1 out of 5 children are going to food banks today. And a lot of them are going to school hungry. So the work that you do in Project Share, corporations like this supporting your organization is so important to make this a better community. It's why people want to live in Niagara Falls. It's why they want to raise their family here. But I want to congratulate you, and you should get another round of applause. The incredible volunteers that you have in your organization. To Metro, I'd like to welcome you into our community. You have picked the area of the city that is growing. Mayor Diodati talks about this all the time. He mentioned Serge, who is just a rock star, quite frankly, when it comes to economic development. But it's actually his staff that does all the work, and he gets all the credit. So let's give his staff a round of applause, because that's the reality of it. And I can't go without talking about your employees. There's 130 employees, I think right now. It will probably grow. I think this is going to be an extremely busy store, particularly now that we have our hospital announcement, it's getting built and people continue to grow. All I want to say is continue to treat your workers with respect and dignity, because if you want a successful business, you've got to rely on your workers. They're the face. They're the ones going to meet all the new customers that are coming into the store, and they're the ones that are going to have a smile on their face when they greet their customers, so it's a friendly place to come and buy your groceries. So please continue to treat your workers with respect and dignity. And I'll finish by saying I have a little certificate as well. It's not as nice as Mayor Diodati's. One of the reasons is the city has a lot more money than the province. But I'm going to give it to you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you very much for inviting me, allowing me to say a few words. Enjoy your day, and I'm looking forward to your success here in Niagara Falls. Thank you very much.
Yeah, no problem.
Thanks, Tony.
Thank you.
Today, we're also very proud to give back to the community. As a company, we work with people like Feed Ontario and local food banks. This morning, we are joined by Mackenzie Warren from Project Share. Project Share does incredible work in the community, providing essential support and services to improve the lives of individuals and families that live here in Niagara Falls. Before I invite Mackenzie up to say a few words, I would like to present a check for $10,000 to Project Share to lend a helping hand here in Niagara Falls. Mackenzie, can you come up? Tony? Peter? Dave?
That's dropping the mic, folks.
Thank you.
Oh, no, that's awesome. Thank you.
Please welcome Mackenzie Warren from Project Share. Thank you, Mackenzie.
wonderful. Thank you. Thank you so much for having us today and for this wonderful $10,000 donation. So my name is Mackenzie Warren. I'm the fundraising coordinator of Project Share. We are so grateful to have Metro in the community and for their support as a grocer. And I would like to invite my colleague and the executive director of Project Share, Pam Sharp, up, and she can share some words about how Metro and grocers support Project Share. So Pam Sharp.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for having us here. As Mackenzie shared, I'm Pam Sharp. I'm the Executive Director of Project Share, and so grateful to be here and to start a new partnership with Metro here in Niagara Falls. As was mentioned earlier, we are a food bank member of Feed Ontario, so this partnership brings locally what has been happening provincially already, and we're so grateful for all of the support. As many of you know, we're serving very high numbers here in Niagara Falls due to inflation, the impacts of the pandemic, and the cost of living now that Niagara Falls people are struggling with. We're currently seeing about 1 in every 8 residents in our community coming to our food bank. So that number is alarming, and we cannot meet that need on our own. Partnerships like Metro and their generous support today will help us to ensure that none of our Niagara Falls neighbors go hungry. So thank you all so very much for your generous support, and we're really looking forward to working with you all. Thank you, Pamela. And finally, as we are prepared to officially open, I ask the following to join me. Please welcome the store manager, Tony Chikara. Vice President of Operations, Peter Marlowe. Director of Operations, Dave Dinning. Mayor Diodati. MP Baldinelli. And MPP Wayne. For our ribbon cutting.
Oh, here we go.
All right, you can only do it once.
Don't screw it up.
Does that go back to the meat?
Okay, are we ready?
We're ready.
Okay, you're going to do the countdown, Tony.
3, 2, 1.
Oh,